Hi everyone, Mr. Hawkins with Hawkins Tech, and I've been using iOS 26.1 for the past couple of weeks at this point, and in this video, I'm going to give you my overall experience running iOS 26.1. I'm going to go over my battery life, battery health, performance, and I'm also going to share the Geekbench score during the video as well. But first, I must mention something I left on my YouTube post a couple of days ago. I left a poll on YouTube talking about iOS 27, the future version of software. Now, I left this poll here talking about would everyone prefer circular icons or squared icons. Me personally, I want these icons hopefully changed in iOS 27. But as you can see, 59% voted circular and 41% voted square icons. So it seems like a lot of people are interested in the circular icons, but leave a comment down below if you think Apple should keep the icons the way they are or change them in iOS 27, as we were supposed to get circular icons in iOS 26 when we thought it would be iOS 19 before they changed the name of the update. Now, as far as my performance running iOS 26.1, if we go into podcast here, everything loads up as it should. Liquid Glass seems to work smoothly. Scrolling in the podcast player works perfect. Search also works. There can be lag from time to time with older models, as this is an iPhone 12, a way to show performance on older devices. But as you can see here, now it's trying to be a little bit laggy, and apps are taking a bit of time to fill in. That can happen from time to time, but as far as my battery health is at 80%. And with that battery health here, if we go to view all battery usage, I've gotten 2 hours, 55 minutes screen on time, 34 minutes of screen off time. Now let's go ahead and look at it on the iPad. Taking a look at battery health, and you just saw that bit of lag right there, but taking a look at battery health on my iPad, if I go into view all battery usage here, my battery health on the iPad is 1 hour, 52 minutes screen on time, and 0 minutes of screen off time. Let's take a look at yesterday's battery health. I am a heavy user as I edit a lot of videos and things like that. But 7 hours, 49 minutes screen on time, 1 minute screen off time. And here's the other calculations. I know it's quite a lot, but unfortunately there is no way to check battery health like you can on the iPhone. I wish I had coconut battery, but unfortunately I don't have a MacBook to even get something like that where you can check battery health on the iPad, since this is an older model that doesn't support the new feature where you can have battery health like on the newer iPad Pro and Air models. This is the 2020 iPad Air. Now I'm going to go ahead and run a Geekbench score. Geekbench completed, and taking a look at it on my iPhone, I have 1,991 for single core, 4,585 for multi-core. And comparing those scores to when we ran it last week, 2,052 single core, 4648 for multi-core. Taking a look at it on my iPad here, I scored 2116 single core, 5015 for multi-core. And if I take a look at last week's score, 2122 single core, 4928 for multi-core. As far as what else is from Apple, well, now that Thanksgiving already happened and yesterday was Black Friday, We are approaching the week of December 1st and the end of November. So I will say that iOS 26.2 Beta 4 we could see next. And as far as if the feedback message is still there, we go into feedback here. They don't have any new recent activity since they refreshed their page, but it looks like they are getting ready to process feedback. Now, this update I will be installing, not this current one, 26.2 Beta 3, I'm not going to install, but I will be installing iOS 26.2 Beta 4, and I would expect that the week of December 1st or December 2nd, 2025. Then the week after that, the week of December 8th, is when we would expect iOS 26.2 RC. Since I'll be on beta 4, I'll just update to that straight away. Now, I don't know if Apple is going to release an update for everyone, even the people that are on the RC, as I found this out literally every time I was installed on a beta from iOS 26 to iOS 26.1. Whenever there was the public release, even people on the RC would get it. They would have to turn off their beta updates. That would only be if there is a new build number. But if the build number remains the same, then I would expect people on the RC would just have the final release. You wouldn't get an update. And there's many new features in 26.2 where we have a slider for a lock screen with liquid glass and different things throughout updates to podcasts and a whole lot of new features that this update will bring. Then we move on to iOS 26.3 around December 17th. Then I would expect nothing that at the end of that week. And also we will go the next 4 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks without any new betas, or maybe 2 to 3 weeks, because the week of January 5th, 2026, I would expect iOS 26.3 beta 2, then have beta 3 the week of the 12th, in RC the week of the 19th, I will be installing that. And the week of the 26th, iOS 26.3 releases to the public. I don't know what the Unity wallpapers are going to look like. Yes, I look forward to those every single year. We got them last year in iOS 18.3. See if I can get to a lock screen here. I'm going to be honest, part of me doesn't quite like these wallpapers is the fact that they get darker on the home screen. So hopefully in iOS 26.3, they make the Unity wallpapers more like these here in iOS 17. As these are my favorite Unity wallpapers. These are the ones from iOS 16.3. I really hope they're as bright as these wallpapers, as these ones are not entirely bright. But we'll just have to wait and see. But I'm looking forward to these next couple of updates that Apple could be bringing to the table. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm Mr. Hawkins with Hawkins Tech, and I have a milestone of getting to 400 subscribers. I thought we would have already have gotten there by now, but it's seeming though we haven't gotten there yet. Still sitting at 393. But hopefully we can get to 400 subscribers. I'm Mr. Hawkins with Hawkins Tech, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.